Rule number 4.
Yes, he's got 4 fingers in their hand.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A-level maths made that happen.
Yep, could have done it without it.
You'd have 3 fingers otherwise.
I know, nightmare.
Nightmare. Yoda can handle it, but because he's Yoda.
That's true. So, integration's a 4th rule, then there's a 5th, and then I think we're done, apart from the test yourself.
Okay,
So,
right.
4th rule.
4th rule. So this one is a bit like the product rule.
Yep, and you'll notice it in the same way when you see 2 things that need to be integrated.
Mm-hmm.
However, the formula is slightly different, otherwise it would just be
The product rule.
the product rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the formula, well, what you've got to look for is the integral of u dv dx by dx. So it's when you're integrating 2 things times together.
You have to sort of assume that one of them's already been differentiated.
Yeah, and then you apply it to the formula. Now the formula for working this out, when you've got 2 things together,
Mm-hmm.
is UV, which is bad, burns, sunscreen,
Yeah, so you need to like put it up, otherwise you'll go purple.
minus the snake of v du by dx. So that's the formula for working it out. So you're going to have all these things. Do we have a nice word example?
I think we might have a one example. I wouldn't call it nice though.
That's the problem with this core 3 thing. It looks pink on the outside and all friendly, but
But really, it's not nice at all. So we have
okay.
snake. It says between points 2 and 0. I'm not going to bother with that.
Yeah, okay.
X e to the 3x dx.
X e to the 3x dx.
Yes.
Okay, so as you'll see, it's a product of 2 things, much like a differentiation. You're looking for 2
Yeah.
things times together. So what you're going to do is you're going to call the first one u.
Yep. Oh wait.
So
U x.
you got it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one, rather than calling it v like you did in
Yeah,
differentiation,
you call it by dv by dx.
so that you can apply the formula. So that equals e.
E to the 3x.
Now you do the usual step here. You want to differentiate that and find out what that is. Du by dx
Is 1.
This one, you want to find out v because you want to find out all 4 things. So
You
you
get
have
that,
to
you have to
integrate
integrate it.
time.
Yeah.
Integral of e to the 3x.
Would that be a third e to the x? E to the 3x, sorry.
It will indeed. 'Cause
Fantastic.
if you differentiate that, you get
Yeah.
that. That's how you got to think about it, or how most people prefer to think about it.
Yep. That's included.
So now we've got these 4 things, we can go ahead and apply this ridiculous formula.
Yep. So now we have uv, so that's the first thing we need to do, times x by a third e to the 3x.
X a third e to the 3x.
Then minus it from the snake. You shouldn't really call it the snake, but the
That's
snake.
the integral of
V times du by dx.
v times
Times-
du by dx.
So it's just 1, so it just becomes v.
Integral of the third e to the 3x dx.
So then what you want to do is you find the integral.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the third out.
Okay.
If we just do this, we'll just do this separately briefly.
Sure.
Just over here. I'm going to take out the third first. I'm just going to differentiate e to the 3x because I've already done that in this question.
You have already done that. That becomes
It becomes
a third e to the 3x.
a third lots of, yep, a third e to the 3x as Triv said. So then when you expand it, rather than doing it from a third and thinking about it too much,
Yeah, it becomes a ninth.
if you're familiar with that it would just become a ninth, then go ahead and do that. I'm taking it out because I've already done this once, so do it again.
Makes it a bit easier. Now you've done that, then you can minus it from what you have already.
I'm going to slightly shift it and put the third in front of the x, just because I think it looks nicer, a third x,
Sure.
e to the 3x,
Minus a ninth of what that is. And I don't think you can write it any nicer than that.
probably take out a factor of e to the 3x.
Yeah, you need to, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that.
I'll do that here. E to the 3x, lots of,
That you'd have a third x minus a ninth.
which perhaps looks slightly better, perhaps it looks worse. I think it looks better myself.
Yeah, and that's that. Then you put in the numbers like you would normally in integration.
Yeah, so I think you said it was 2 0, didn't you?
I did say it was 2 knots, so you put it into that bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you get the answer eventually, but...
We're just doing the integration part, 'cause that's the part we need to teach, and that's the part that's hard.
Yes, once you've got that, the other bit's in the bag. As Wayne said, 1 more left.
And then we can go home.
Maybe.
Maybe.